What's going on, everybody? We are back here in some more MX vs. ATV Legends. So today, I am going to release the new tune I have for these bikes. Oh, that's right. So I'm going to release the new tunes for the bikes, and we're also going to be talking about a little bit of predictions for this year's racing season. So tomorrow, on a Saturday, um, it's the first round for Supercross A1. So there's a lot of high tensions in this year, and there's been a lot of drama surrounding it too. So oh, so we're going to unpack it real fast. So um, first of all, we are going to show you guys the tunes. We're gonna show you guys the tunes, and then I'm gonna show you guys some of my new settings that I've been using and everything. So again, just like the last tune I have released, I don't think a lot of people are gonna like this tune. Probably not. I made this tune strictly for uh, more of a grounded feel with the new suspension update and everything like that. So um, we're going to talk about it a little bit and my thoughts uh, with the new thing, the new update, the new suspension, and everything like that. After my video that I've released just about a week ago surrounding this new update, so my views of it have gotten a little bit better now that I've found a better tune for it and everything. So, and there's a couple of other tunes people have released that I have taken into consideration, and I've actually done my own little um, workaround and everything like that for it. Um, so first of all, we're going to start off with the settings. So now the settings probably are the biggest thing right now. So again, the airborne throttle I have on user input. I've re-established the FOV. The reflex gyro I did put on enabled again, and the quick scrub and scrub dead zones I have on larger. And this is where it gets interesting. So I know that a lot of people have used 0%, 10%, and everything like that, but ever since the new update has came out, the 60% on all of them have actually worked very well. I've tried it on 50%, 40%, 30%. I've gone through it, but for some reason, 60% is actually it actually makes the bike feel really good. That's what I've been running. So for this tune that I've recently just made, it's good for three bikes, I'd say. I haven't really played around with the rest of the bikes, but as of right now, this tune works best on the Yamaha, the Kawasaki, and the Suzuki. If you guys watched my stream yesterday or the day before, I did talk about this that this tune actually feels very good on Suzuki. I'm actually very surprised. On the Honda, it makes the Honda feel kind of slow. I'm actually not gonna lie. I think in the last couple of updates, they actually did have that they really nerfed the ability of the Honda. Because you guys know the Honda used to be the best bike in the game and everything. But so far right now, the Yamaha, the Kawasaki, and the Suzuki has probably been the best on this tune as of right now. The KTM I haven't really touched, but the KTM is almost like the Honda. It's not really fast, and it pops up more than I want it to. And then the gas, it actually makes the gas feel very nice. As a matter of fact, but it's still not. So between the three bikes, this tune actually works the best on these bikes. So let's go down in here. So what I did was, as a lot of you know, that a lot of people use the acceleration, everything like that. I do too, but for some reason, in the last few updates, I've been noticing that the top speed tuning for these bikes. I've actually been working better than the acceleration, which is kind of weird. So I used to run the top speed level 3, but it makes the bike not really. It makes the bike fast for this type of tune. So I actually have it on top speed level 2. If you guys use this tune, you guys will probably know what I'm talking. Um, Especially with the new dog pound, they're trying out a different thing with that national track. I actually personally are starting to like it if they're going to start going down that route. I'm going to be uploading another video here pretty soon talking about that because I think it's a little bit interesting that took a uh, they took a chance on something like that and actually 3D scanning the track. So I'm gonna be talking about that in another video here pretty soon. The clutch, I know again, I know everybody has been using the clutch boost, but I do solely believe that they have nerfed the clutch boost a little bit. It's not as accurate as I want it to be. I've actually been running the clutch shift speed level 3 for the last couple of updates. Um, it it feels like the clutch boost, but it's not entirely accurate, or well, not uh, consistent. I'd say. You do get the speed of the clutch boost, but the clutch speed again does a lot of that clutch boosting speed on flat ground. So you can hit that going through jumps or after landing or something like that. It gives you that little pop, and then you hit another jump, which I which I have been using, and plus I've been learning to not use the clutch at sometimes. I've been trying to rely on more of the gears than the clutch. Because I do believe that they have worked on the bikes to where they actually kind of what how could I say it? Like maybe keep momentum, kind of like how they did in Supercross Encore. I've been kind of getting that feeling a little bit that they did they did take off the clutch boost a little bit. It's still there, but it's not as consistent as it used to be, which I do feel like which is a better move. And if you use the shifting speed, it kind of it balances out that that power. So when I first started using after the suspension update, I was running with the stocks chassis. Um, it makes the bike feel nice, but it makes it's kind of like the flexible chassis. Kind of makes the bike slide around a little bit more. I was using rigid level 3, but it doesn't let the bike move around a lot more. So the chassis, the rigid chassis level 2, kind of gives that bike a really nice balance between the flexi chassis and the heavy side of the bike. And me personally, I do feel like that it gives it more of a balanced factory stock bike, if that makes sense. And then the suspension. So I actually have been seeing around that the stock suspension has been working really good, and with this new suspension update, that's actually pretty true because I've been running the stock suspension, and yeah, uh, this is probably the best tune right now. The stock suspension makes the bike feel really good. I'm not even gonna lie. I was running the soft level 2, but it makes the bike slow, bouncy, heavy, and everything like that. And then I saw somebody using it, and I stuck it on there, and yeah, the stock suspension is probably the best tune right now. And then again, always grip level 3, and the brakes hard level 3. So that is the tune. So we are going to talk about for the season predictions for Supercross. The first race is tomorrow, and there's been some high tensions. So we're gonna start with the 250 class because I'm not gonna start with the East Coast or anything like that solely for the West Coast. Now everybody has knows that Levi Kitchen and Hayden Deegan have gone West Coast. Now these two riders are very similar with each other. Um, Deegan is the more aggressive rider, but I do feel like Levi Kitchen is more the consistent rider over Hayden, um, which is going to be very interesting because I have explained in the past when Levi was on Yamaha. Levi, eh, I think Levi is a bit of a better rider than Hayden. Um, and I've told people that he needs to work on his starts, and he very much did. And he is dominating on that count. Um, Same as Max Volan. Max Volan is really Max Volan has gotten very better, very much better since he left that KTM. Max Volan and Levi Kitchen are actually really good for the team, for the county. Yeah. I do see a bright future for Max Mullen. He just has to stop getting hurt. And I think he will dominate on that Kawasaki. I don't know if he's going West Coast, but I think he's going to stay in the East Coast, which I think is a smart move for at his caliber right now. Um, but I do see a bright future for Max Mullen. And as for Levi Kitchen, Levi Kitchen has shown he is very much a contender for the title, and him battling for the title with Hayden Deegan is probably going to be that's going to be the biggest talks for the season. Um, and I think that's the only those are the only two biggest riders in 250 as of right now for the West Coast. I'm not sure. Who else? I heard that Austin Faulkner is also going West Coast. I've explained that uh, Austin Faulkner. I don't know about Austin Faulkner anymore. He can't last the season. He keeps crashing. Every time he crashes, his injuries keep getting more worse. It's the same story as Trey Kennard. You know, his injuries kept stacking up, and it got to the point where Trey Kennard had to retire because um, his injuries were taking a toll on his body. Um, and I see the same thing for Austin Faulkner. He may be on that triumph and everything like that, but I don't know about Austin Faulkner. He is fast. I'm not gonna lie, Austin Faulkner is really fast, but there's at the time where Austin Faulkner just he'll have it and then he'll bail out and then he just he did that the last couple of years. It's a hit and miss with Austin Faulkner, and I lost hope for Austin Faulkner. Unless he can show, well, I mean, unless he can, last a full season, I'm not going to expect much from Austin Faulkner at all. Um, I, I don't see much of a future for Austin Faulkner at the moment, even on that new Triumph, a new bike, a new team, and everything like that. But yeah, I don't know about Austin Faulkner. So the biggest talks is Hayden Deegan and Levi Kitchen. Hayden Deegan, he is set to win a title. Uh, he has shown it. Last year, he's really learned from his last season. If you guys know, yeah, he's learned quite a bit from last season, and I do think that this year is going to be his year. Um, as if he wins this title this year, he's moving up to 450 next year. Um, I've been hearing around about that new rule that they're going to push Deegan into the 450 class, but we all know that's for propaganda with the rivalry between Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan and everything like that because I do believe that Hayden Deegan is a decent challenge. I think he will be just kryptonite. To be honest with you, the reason why I say that I think I've explained it before on the channel. I see a lot of James Stewart in Hayden. I Hayden's he's taking risks that don't need to be there, and he's getting fast while doing it. The same thing like Bubba did. James Stewart, he took those chances, he ran with them, and he was fast. Like he was fast, and I see a lot of that in Hayden, and I think a lot of people do see that too. And um, I just really hope that Hayden goes and wins the title this season and moves up to 450 class. Everybody knows that Hayden's no stranger to a 450. If you guys grew up watching him on the channel, he's just still Brian Deegan's bike all the time and absolutely ripped at freaking 11, 12 years old. So he's no stranger to a 450. And the faster he moves up, the faster he's gonna get. Um, that's my uh, that's my opinion right there. Yeah, so 450 class. The 450 class is stacked. I know everybody's gonna go straight to oh, Jet's gonna win it, Jet's gonna win it, but the tensions are high. Tensions are very high right now. Um, Eli Tomac, this is his last season. I'm told that this is gonna be his final season, and I heard that he's gonna be going out with a bang. And with the playoffs and the finals of last year, the way Eli Tomac has rode, yeah, beast mode is back. People might say that he's old. You know, people got to do remember before he ruptured that Achilles, Eli was still in his prime. Like Eli's still fast as fuck. Um, and that Achilles was that Achilles rupture was a little bit to get adjusted to, especially since he can't. We all know he really can't use that foot no more, and it really affected his ability to ride. But he's back and he's ready to rip. I can see it. And as for Jet Lawrence, he had his hype. Jet Lawrence had his hype. He won a bunch of all champions already and championships already and everything like that. But I don't see Jet taking it again this year. Not the way he's been riding. He's a good rider. Everybody thinks that he's the new generation of riders and everything, but really, I don't really see that. He's got talent. He's a really good rider, but I don't see him as the next Jeremy McGrath. It's just not going to happen. Um, and yeah, and that's just not going to happen. He's fast and everything. He's a good rider. But he's no. Um, he's got to prove a lot more before he can take during the drafts his crown. Um, so and for Hunter Lawrence now, another content creator has explained that it's going to be someone unexpected, and that one person who I think is going to be the unexpected champion is Hunter Lawrence. Now, Hunter Lawrence is almost just as, or maybe even a little better than his brother. Um, Hunter has Hunter is very humble. Hunter is a very very good rider. He's fast. He's as fast as his brother, and he's been really looking to get that title. And I think that year is going to be his year. Um, I really think that Hunter Lawrence is a very underrated rider. Um, Even though he lives in his brother's shadow at the moment, I do see Hunter breaking out from that shadow, and he's gonna start getting some wins. and I do believe that Hunter is probably going to be the biggest title in this championship. Now, I explained it last year as well. The sneaky bastard, the sneaky bastard in this class is Justin Cooper. Justin Cooper has been in everybody's shadows. He's been sneakily getting those top fives, top threes, and people are kind of not talking about him. And I think that's a shame because Justin Cooper, he's been a sneaky bastard, um, and I think that he has a really good chance of actually sweeping the competition if he does everything right. He's been fast. He's been really fast, and I just hope that he shows that this season. I really hope that he shows it this season. Um, and it's going to be the battle between Hunter and Justin. Um, so, and the next person is Jason Anderson. Jason Anderson, he's the first year that he got on that Cowie, he was ready. But I've noticed in the last couple of years, he's just been kind of dropping off, especially when he had a rivalry with Malcolm Stewart. Because everybody knows that Malcolm Stewart has something to prove. He still has something to prove. Um, he's he's consistently been getting the top tens, top fives, and everything. I don't see him as a big title threat, but I do see him as a dude who's gonna roll in the top five. He has been the last few years since he went factory, and he still has a lot more. Um, a lot more to show, but I don't see him as a big title threat at all. Okay, so the next person, uh, oh, um, Ch- Chase Sexton. Uh, there's been a lot of drama surrounding Chase Sexton. There's been a lot of drama surrounding KTM and the whole team as a whole, and it's a tough one for sure. The things that Chase has said about KTM, I think that did rattle his reputation a little bit. Um, he Chase Sexton, he's a good rider. He's a champion and everything, but um, I think that what he said about KTM kind of rattled his reputation a little bit. It's hard to say for Chase Sexton at the moment, especially when he was saying that it's hard to win on a KTM and everything. But I just don't know. Uh, I'm not sure about Chase Sexton at the moment, and I just hope he figures something out. I do see him in the top three, top five, or something like that. But he may sweep the competition again. But as of right now, I don't see Chase as much of a threat for some reason. But he is the reigning champion of last year, but um, I'm not sure much about Chase Sexton this year. So that's all I have to say about Chase Sexton at the moment. So um, another person is Aaron Plessinger. Aaron Plessinger has gotten better over time. Um, that first win that he almost got a couple years ago, I actually feel kind of bad for the dude after that thing that he did. That was almost his first career win, and yeah, I actually feel bad for Aaron for that thing. But he's actually gone back and last year won some races, and he's have shown that he's gotten better on that KTM. And I don't necessarily see Aaron Plessinger as a whole title threat. But who knows? You may never know. Uh, I heard that he's a down to earth dude and everything like that. He's a great guy. The people's champion, as they want to call him. But I don't see much of a. As of right now, I really don't see much of a title threat from him. Right now, with the likes of Hunter Lawrence, Jet, Eli. It's just not gonna, it's just not gonna be, know, here. But I do expect him doing big things, and maybe a top 10 or a top 5 or something like that. I do see him in the top 10, but that's about it. And my boy Ken Roxon, um, yeah, my boy Ken Roxon, he's really have had tough times since all his crashes in the last 6 years. But he's still a fast rider. He's been working a lot on his Supercross. Been doing World Supercross. He's been racing all year. So uh, I don't expect him to be slow. He's really have shown that he still has the capability to win. But I really don't think that he has the capability of winning a title. Um, Especially from back in 2017. I do believe that 2017 was his year when he first got on the HRC, but I don't see him doing much damage this year at all. I'm a big fan of Kenny, but I don't see him much of a threat at all this year. But he may get a win or two, maybe a podium, but that's probably about it. Yeah, he's more of a top 10 kind of guy this time around. But if you can get a title with that Suzuki, that would be off the hook. But um, that's that's unlikely, but not impossible. But I don't see him much of a contender this year. So the mystery, the mystery man for this whole thing uh, is Trey Kennard. I don't know if Trey Kennard's racing this year. He did recently just broke his arm, or his hand, or his arm, or something like that. But he's been running with the HRC boys. He's on a HRC Honda. He does have his own YouTube channel on YouTube. That's how I found out about it. He's been on a HRC. He's been running with Jet's bike, his 2024 bike. I don't know if he bought it, or I don't know if he claimed it, or something like that. But yeah, he's been training at the HRC facility with Joe Shimoda, Jet Lawrence, and all of them. So he's been training on Supercross. I don't know if it's for like maybe an amateur series or something like that, but I'm not sure if he's racing or not. But he's been kind of hinting that he's coming back, and it's it's kind of hard to say because I don't know. Um, if you guys haven't known already, he does have a YouTube channel just dubbed Trey Kennard. You can see all the videos and the shorts that he recently have uploaded in the last couple of weeks. He's been training at the HRC facility. He's been running with those boys, but he recently uploaded a video uh, that he broke his arm, which is actually kind of sad because it's another injury stacked up on him after all his injuries over the years. But I don't know if he's going to make an appearance or if he's going to race a few rounds like Ryan Dungey did. But he's been riding that HRC Honda, and I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be racing or not, or if he's going to line up at a later date for the season, or if he's going to be racing outdoors. I'm not sure, but I think that he's going to be. I think he's going to be making a return soon, um, which is going to be kind of interesting. If you guys don't know who Trey Kennard is, he's a two-time champion. He used to ride on the he used to ride for Red Bull KTM. And the reason why he retired is, just injuries, stacked on stacked injuries. But it will be cool to see him make a return. He's one of the oldies from the early 2000s, and he's uh, he's got a rep on him. He's good. So I think that's about it for my predictions and everything like that. Uh, I hope you guys do enjoy the tunes. Let me know down in the comments or something like that if you guys do enjoy it, or if you guys want me to change something or something like that to make the bison maybe a little smoother or something like that. But I think that's about it for this video. If you like content like this, give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See you.